My name's Josh McHugh. I'm the CEO of Attention Span Media. We work at the intersection of food, sports, and healthcare. And in our work, we pay a lot of attention to what we call the forces of change. So it's emerging technological forces that are shaping the future of all these industries. But sports is near and dear to my heart. I worked at Forbes magazine for 7 years. A lot of that was with Randall Lane on sports projects before they sent me out to Silicon Valley to open up the bureau out there. Today, I'm going to go into what I hope isn't too obvious a point, which is why sports is a force for good in the world. So at the individual level, sport teaches kids to win with skill, to give their best effort, to lose gracefully. At the national and regional level, it gives people a locus for identity, for pride in the place that they come from, and a way to pull together across different socioeconomic strata. On a global level, sport has a unique power to unite countries that ordinarily would not be friendly with each other. The Olympics last year, you saw the North Korean and South Korean combined women's hockey team, which is completely unprecedented and was a total surprise to everybody. Sometimes even a war will stop for sports, as in World War I on the Christmas truce, where you had the soldiers from the front lines put down their weapons and come together to play a game of football, soccer to the Americans here. So that's all to the good, but sports is under constant attack. It's under constant threat. When people perceive that sport is not being conducted fairly and equitably, they lose interest. Sport loses its power to motivate people and to keep people healthy. So corruption is one. We've seen a lot of cases of corruptions at the highest levels of FIFA and several other places in the sport industry landscape. You've got cheating, either on the field or off the field. One of those, the forms of cheating that is talked about a lot now. I don't know if we've seen a case of it, at least identified in the wild, but you could have gene doping now. We're even beyond the regular kind of doping. So you've got that. You've got unfair distribution of the proceeds of sporting business, where players and teams at the top get all the money, promising young athletes with a lot of potential end up having a very hard time reaching that potential. And then you've got disengagement, which could be the biggest one of all. Participation in sports is linked to very directly to health, not just physical health, but mental health across the board. So these are all threats. These are all things that sport is continuously trying to fend off, and that every time they occur, the world of sport loses its power to positively influence the world. So blockchain, here's how it can help, and there are several startups working in each of these areas to help keep sports clean, keep the perception of it fair, as being fair, and to increase engagement. With transparency, you've got a crop of startups that are working on player, team, and league management systems that will basically make the transactions between teams and players, leagues and teams, sponsors and leagues, transparent and secure and verifiable, so that you will have fewer cases of bribery and corruption at the top. Anti-doping Again, with gene doping, people are scrambling to try to figure out how to protect against that. But with some blockchain solutions, you can verify an athlete's genome, and if it changes, then you know that there's been some gene doping going on. Fan investment and ownership. Many startups are working in this area, and these are mainly put out there as fun sort of collectibles startups, but actually the effect is profound when you've got fans who have a direct relationship with their idols and their favorite teams. The best situation in American sports, as far as ownership goes, in my opinion, is the Green Bay Packers, where the team doesn't have one owner that can threaten to move the team out of the city or compel the city to build a new billion-dollar stadium. The team has 230,000 owners of Green Bay Packers common shares. It's not the most powerful common share that's ever been, but what it does is it creates an incredible level of engagement with the team. The only thing you can do with that share is vote for directors, but the vote for directors of the Green Bay Packers has ensured that the team has stayed in the city, even though it's one of the smallest markets in the country. And they also have the longest waiting line for season tickets. So it's in the audience department, it's the most successful NFL franchise. And then lastly, engagement. One company I would mention is Limpo, that's backed by Mark Cuban, owner of the Dallas Mavericks, and it rewards people for activity through its own cryptocurrency, which then can then be converted into any other kind of cryptocurrency. So thank you, and I would just ask the folks in this room, the leaders of the blockchain world, when you're looking around for your next project to participate in, give sports a look, because it'll be fun and you will help make the world a better place. Thank you.